It was September of 1992 when I received a letter from my mother asking me to visit her at our hometown. In the letter, she told me that she wanted to see me and also mentioned that she wanted to talk to me about my father. That made me curious because my father had died before I was born and mother rarely talked about him. I decided to travel at night to avoid traffic. After 3 hours of driving, I reached the country road and I was getting pretty tired. It was dark outside and I still had a long way to go.
Hello friends, welcome to my narrated playthrough of Eleusis. I got it in some indie bundle and I've had this footage on an external hard drive for quite a while now, but in honor of the game's surprising passage through Greenlight and release on the Steam store, I figured I should finally make something of it. Don't worry about walking along the road to look for help. We must take to the bushes for a real mechanic. A rock. This should be useful. And here we meet a happy citizen.
Help!
Let's investigate the source of the scream.
Oh, thank God you heard me. They locked me in. Please, help me get out.
What happened? Where's the key?
They took the key with them. As they were leaving, I heard one of them say to the other, "In vino veritas." I hope that makes sense to you.
So from what I know of Latin, there are two common methods of pronunciation, and that was unacceptably broken in either of them. Also, this game is set in Greece, and, spoiler alert, the microscopic story in it is about occult rituals for a Greek god. First we head to the only room we can enter, which just so happens to be a wine cellar. However, its only light is powered by a gas-guzzling generator, of course, so we'll have to do some foraging. Let's take this foot-long hose segment. There's nothing else in the rest of the town, so it may as well come in handy. It's pretty reasonable that we'd need a gas can, so the developers decided to offset that by putting one in a place where you would only find it by random chance. Some logs. They should come in handy. Now we'll siphon some gas from this old Vespa, which is of course stored at the bottom of a hill that you can only ascend by climbing stairs. This is why we needed to steal that axe at the foot of the hill. This must be the key to the locked room. What locked room, you might ask? We're not going to find out because we're about to be rendered unconscious and lose the key. Now, this guy just knocked us out, and he's about to try to bury us alive, so you might think his intention is clearly to kill intruders. We've finished Chapter 1 already. Be sure to pay attention to how long Chapter 2 lasts. You'll also get bonus points if you manage to figure out what the hell this search is for. Oh dear, the unarmed, barely conscious point-and-click adventure game protagonist is coming to get me. Run! Run! And of course, we wouldn't be playing Eleusis if we didn't steal something useless from somebody's grave. The one thing that I find interesting about this game is that it's set in an open, persistent map. The first time I exited the graveyard and happened upon the town I had just left, I was stunned by the potential this idea had. Except it does end up degenerating into walking from one side of the game world to the other looking for irrelevant crap to pick up. Now we'll go back to check up on the lead designer's totally real Canadian girlfriend. We might assume that this is what the key in the wine cellar was for. Make sure you remember such a novel, important character, because she'll play a big role. Eventually. Like, about 2 minutes before the end credits roll. Now we have to go inside the mayor's house, because it's pretty much the only interactable thing right now. Yeah, at some point we'll have to come back here and vandalize this guy's radio for whatever reason. So our next stop tonight is the general store. What's inside? Find out next time.